what they look. They had no bow ties or nothing.
That one looks like it's a weird
Looks
sex
like,
thing.
yeah.
What we do now, Jordan, is we do a question from the internet, an email. They have it's called unhelpful advice, and so let's go.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Kalila, and the 154 million man, Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
You guys can call me Luna. I'm African American, first generation American, if that helps. So I studied in medicine, and now I'm trying to get a job. I was sort of forced/brainwashed by my parents to study super hard, aim high in medicine, and now I'm waiting for the job part to happen, which can be painfully taking a long time. Now that I've finished school, the school part, the realization of the amount of misery and what the fuck am I doing feelings are creeping up on me and scaring me. As a child, I started out as a theater geek and musician, but my parents said nope to that. Now, as I get close to being 30, what can I do to stay motivated or to even live? Do what I need to do to deal with my current huge debt and still live life for me.
Oh, so if we're thinking med school and she's in debt, so she's probably in debt a good $300K.
Yikes.
If not more.
I mean, it was such an all-encompassing question. There was a biography that went along with that. I was like, let me start at the beginning. And at the end, she told her life story. At the end, it was like, what should I do?
But also, she wants
hard.
to end her life, maybe too. Is that what she said?
No. That's not what she said.
Just to live.
Just to live. What does the fuck
So
that
she's
mean?
finished med school. She's
Wait.
probably waiting for a residency somewhere.
So there's no subtext of I'm suicidal because my
I'm gonna read it one more. The
That's-
last sentence one more time.
No, read the last
She
three
has
sentences.
all these little.
Read the last three sentences.
Now, as I get close to being 30, ellipses, sigh. What can I do to stay motivated? In parentheses, to live even. End parentheses.
That's okay. That right there is
Yeah.
Suicide.
How do I stay motivated to live?
to live even.
Oh, okay.
and then
Alright.
also, yeah,
I
huge
missed
debt
that.
and yeah.
We should probably change our tone.
No,
for this.
I will not. No, I will not.
Because she's sending a suicidal thought to your show.
It's what I do, man. Even when I was a kid, I would get parking tickets
Yeah.
on my thing, and I would just let the wind.
Take them.
Yeah, it's just money.
Yeah.
I've never put anything. I know there's a lot of stress when it comes to money,
Yeah.
but I've never really. It's a fake thing to me.
Well, that's a good point, Bobby. I mean, this sounds like a typical situation where the expectation for what this person thinks a good life is supposed to be
Right.
Yeah.
is this like traditional sense of like I'm supposed to get the right job, I'm supposed to have that by 30, I'm supposed to have 3 kids, and I'm supposed to be married. But it's the real thing is, and this is where when I was in that 8 years ago, this idea of like, okay, I'm at my bottom. What if I could do anything? If I could look at this as an opportunity, if I could do anything with my life, what would that be? Is it playing a video? This is gonna sound like
come
it's
on,
gonna
man.
sound like I'm
Yeah, but
I'm
don't
just
do-
saying
but
like
don't-
some people
But
like
don't do that.
I wasn't even.
I know, but
I was
But you
thinking,
look directly at his eyeballs.
yeah, but
But
we went like we were like you're doing good. You know what I mean? And then you went that there.
No. I didn't mean it like as a derogatory. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
mean it in
just
that.
don't do that.
Yeah, no, I
Go ahead.
shouldn't have.
Yeah,
we
go
were
ahead.
talking about video games earlier.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just don't even erase it.
that
start
makes me happy. That makes me. I
Okay,
love
good.
playing video games.
Good.
Well,
All right, thank you.
until a few years ago when I started making movies.
Don't do that either.
No, I'm
yeah,
saying-
yeah. Don't do that either. All right.
Look, but I'm saying, find what. My whole thing is follow the fun in life, right? Follow the joy.
Yes.
And
the
also,
That's-
all that schooling you just did is not all for naught. That enhances your life one way or another. You didn't do it for nothing. So even if you enter into the arts, you're gonna have that in your arsenal, and it's it puts it's an advantageous place to be, to have all that knowledge in your bank.
But it's also, can I just say this last thing? Is that in many ways, like Jordan and I, we're dreamers. We dream things, right? We visualize things, and we want certain things in our lives, and we look forward to these things. I really do. I wake up, like this year, I said this last week, is the best year of my career. It has been. Like I'm working more than I've ever have, and it feels good, but it's like I've always had that it's gonna happen. It's it's right around the corner, right? This positive thing. But there was a time when everything was negative, like, how am I gonna fucking pay this? I can't eat, you know what I mean? And everything just negative, right?
Yeah.
Maybe try switching. You know what? In AA, there's a saying: wear a new pair of glasses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like perceive your life in a different way. Because if you focus on like the money and how much you're in debt and all this negative shit, it just piles on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you wake up a dreamer, you understand what I'm saying or no?
Wake up
Yeah.
a dreamer.
Wake up a dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
So now, do you think? I mean, I know we're wrapping up, but do you think like? Do you think somebody who's like calling in is like, okay, I'm basically I've worked my whole life. I've got no, you know, I hate my job. I don't want my job. I'm 30. I'm suicidal, and then here's like Jordan Peele, Bobby Lee be like, dream. Like, do you think that?
No, but
that's
but we did
effective?
this every week. We get worse ones than that.
It's also called unhelpful advice for a reason.
Oh, it's unhelpful.
It's unhelpful
Yeah.
advice. So what we gave them was like an unhelpful thing.
That was what I was trying to do
Just yeah.
The whole time.
the whole
Yeah.
time. All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a tricky place to be. Also, I hate to say it, it's different. She's a woman, you know, and it's different when you're nearing 30 for a woman than it is for a man. But for me, you know, when I graduated nursing school, I just felt like I was putting myself deeper into a prison. Like I was buying into a trap. And here I am, like having my stepdad text me, don't be a broke millennial, don't be a broke millennial, you know, and that just that's in repetition in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm living my mom's dream of finally becoming a Filipino nurse. But all that while I just felt more and more like I was in a prison.
Well, you see how the running theme also is parents, right?
Yeah.
Like parents, if parents like tell you you're supposed to be something, we internalize it and we do
Yeah.
it. So that's probably
your
part of the
mom.
problem.
Your mom was white and she was single mom,
And she
correct?
still is.
She still is.
She still is.
Oh.
And yes,
But she was a single mom,
yes.
and she did a great job with you.
She
It's
did.
unbelievable with what because you don't have no brothers and sisters. You were just a kid,
That's right. I have
Did she
I have
instill
brothers and
those things?
sisters on my dad's side.
right? They don't count really.
Well, they do count. I
They do.
I
count.
didn't
They are
know them
people.
for very I didn't
Right.
know them for very long. Now I know.
Yeah, but now
one
that
of
you have money and you're a huge director,
No, it's
they
not.
know.
You know,
They-
the Peels have been very
love
cool.
you.
Been
The
very
Peels
cool.
love you. But your mom, though, did she instill those because we had Chris D'Elia here a month ago,
Yeah.
and I remember D'Elia saying that when he was 6 and 7 years old, you know, his dad's a producer, but he would bring Chris into the room, and Chris would make up these plays that he would make up.
Yeah.
He would do basically a stand-up set in front of them, and they would encourage it,
Yeah.
right? And it made him believe
Yeah.
that he's a funny guy and that he can do it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Was that much like your mom was always like, just do what you want to do, or did you go against the grain?
No, she's very much do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You'll be good at. But you know what my mom did? She was extremely creative. So I would go to in Halloween. I always had the dope costume. Like, and she would be kind of she would, I would say what I wanted to be, and she would help me make this. Like, I was a poker table for one.
Oh, yeah.
These really creative, elaborate. I was like Castle Grayskull when I was a kid. It was like a fucking cardboard box with a glow stick in it,
Yeah.
and
Oh, she
cellophane
would
over
make
the eyes.
that.
She would make it. And it was always like
You're
this
always
fucking-
furniture or like buildings.
I know. It was like, and they were all like ghetto too. It was like I was like a California raisin. It was a garbage bag wrapped around. But it counted, like, it was better than the store bought shitty costumes.
Yeah.
And I'd go to Valentine's Day and she'd help me make Valentines for everybody in class. So there was this early idea of being creative and being thorough with the creative. I think that sunk in.
My mom is very, very different because she grew up mostly hungry. And so she didn't have, for her, it's very linear. There's no time for fun when you're hungry. So she never wants to get back to a place where she's hungry. And that's basically what it comes down to. So it's like,
She would
stay safe.
tell her what you used to do.
Well,
Like,
she
she was-
basically
she-
bred
okay,
my sister and I to be racehorses because we were swimmers.
They
So we
were
were competitive
in
swimmers.
in the Philippines. Is that
We
what you
swam
call
for
it?
the national team.
Yeah.
Got you.
And so it was very, it's
And they
very,
used to like if you came in second,
yeah, I used to get my ass beat.
she would
for-
get
trouble,
punched in the
yeah.
face.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a very, very linear thought where it's no fun at all. Because
Right.
if you start having fun, then the food stops coming to the table.
But now
Same
Chelsea's pregnant.
And
Can I
now-
say that?
Yes.
Can I say that? 'Cause she,
Wow.
you don't know that?
I didn't know that.
No, yeah, I saw it
It's
We have a
amazing.
child on the way.
on the way.
How
And
far along is
Chelsea Peretti, if you don't know, is one of the best
Over
stand-ups.
half. Over half. I've kind of lost.
Right. But you guys are like such funny people. I feel like you guys are gonna do the same for your kid.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fun. I mean, we have a very silly household as it is.
Are you scared?
Yeah, but no, I'm terrified. I'm terrified, but in a very good way. You know, I was terrified for this movie as well. I know it's a very different thing, but it's one of these things where it's like I kept going like, well, if I'm not ready, then who is? How does a movie ever get
Right.
made?
God, you're teaching me so much today, man. Fuck, bro.
Well, I mean, it's the same with the kids. It's like, you know, kids have kids. Like teenagers have kids.
Yeah.
They don't have shit going on. You know, they're trying to like.
Fake it till you
In high
make it.
school.
That's what they used to say in AA. Fake it till you make it.
Is that's a really an AA thing?
That is an AA thing.
That doesn't sound like a very
Fake it
like
till you make it.
positive
Yeah.
No, because-
message to.
No,
Like,
it-
how
spread.
about make it?
I mean,
Because
just,
you're gonna
just make it.
No, no, fuck you guys, because I'm gonna tell you what it means.
Make it.
It's basically like if you show up, you don't know, like a lot of in AA when you're an alcoholic and you're newly sober, you don't know how to do certain things, even basic life skills, right? So they say fake it till you make it. Do it anyway, right? And then one day you'll be able to do it,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an encouraging thing. It's not like
Just
be a
continue.
false person.
Yeah.
So people don't come in talking about like, yeah, so I'm sober.
No, not
Like,
that way.
They're not faking it that way.
No.
Okay, so you're
No.
not
I'll
faking
tell you.
sobriety.
Well, I want to thank. It's so weird how it all works out, huh?
It ain't
I don't
over
like
yet.
asking people to do the podcast.
I noticed that because I called you I texted you last night. Have you seen the movie yet?
Yeah,
And you responded, I love it.
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
can you do this thing tomorrow?
yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
well,
the reason
what?
yeah, okay, I'm gonna just say, when I saw the movie last week, after I got out, I was kind of in a daze of like mesmerized by it, right? And then I was like, I don't know what to say, because I don't want to give you a blowjob on the fucking thing, you know what I mean?
She gave me a blowjob when I wasn't doing shit.
I know.